Hello to my Capricorns. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your reading. This reading is for August the 20th through August 27th. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. Close out the cycle in love. Close out the cycle in love. That's right. That's the only way to close out cycles. You're closing out cycles in love. Let's see what the current situation is for you. Something has come to light. Let's close out a cycle in love. What's the current situation for my Capricorn? Current situation for my Capricorns. Remember, take only what resonates with you. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading or for a short period of time more, I do have tarot classes for free. And the readings are not for free. I need to say that because somebody reached out to me and wanted free reading. I meant free readings. No. Tarot card classes free for a short period of time left. I extended it for a short period of time. Current situation. Somebody has either been paid for something or has been paying attention to someone's money. Somehow, somebody is linking you into something, either paying attention to something or paying attention to someone's money. Here we go. Find out what your zodiac sign is in your 6th house. What is blocking something? There's a lot of money that is missing. A lot of money at stake here. That is the blockage. There's a lot of money at stake here. And people want to know what the heck is going on. So either somebody's paying attention to someone's money or somebody was paid to do something, but there's some money. Something having to do with money. You're learning how to close out cycles in love. Possibly with a Virgo, possibly with an Aries here, but somebody was ruthless and calling somebody a hoe or whore or something, right? But you're free of something. But a seed was planted, right? And so Source is saying it's time to wake up and see how you all are being used here. It's time to wake up. You could be totally clueless as to what's going on, but it's time to wake up. You're learning how to close out cycles in love. What about the recent past? That's the distant past. If somebody calls somebody that you know in your family a garden tool or something like that, and you're sitting there like you confused and lost, that is where the conversation needs to end. That's where all money transactions needs to end. That's where conversations need to end. That's where you physically need to get your feet one in front of the other. That's not where you need to sit there, because that's where people are linking you to something. Right? Blindsiding you. 2 of Swords. Looks like somebody was blindsided by something. Possibly a Taurus. And if it wasn't a Taurus, we're talking about 2nd house, right? 2nd house. So remember, if I talk about a zodiac sign and you happen to know their zodiac sign and you weren't blindsided by that person, it doesn't necessarily have, it could be somebody 2nd house who has the same sign as yours, okay? So don't overthink it. Don't confuse it. Oh my God, I know a Taurus. They didn't blindside me. What does this mean? I'm confused. Stop being confused. I'm trying to explain it the best way I can for you all, because I'm channeling energy. So it could be somebody who is pretty stubborn, possessive, resistant to change. Okay, you know somebody who is stubborn and possessive and resistant to change when it comes to money. Who like to call people garden tools, hoes and whores and all of this other stuff, who like to use derogatory names towards people, then that's who it is. Oh, this person's a hoe. This is your loved one. They calling your loved ones a hoe, and you standing there like a zombie. Ain't no way. These are ruthless energies. That is the day that you need to say, okay, you don't need to give me no money for anything. I don't accept the job. I don't accept, the job offer, whatever kind of job offer. Oh, I know so-and-so. I'm familiar with so-and-so. That person's a hoe. That person's a so-and-so. That's the day you need to end right there. Because something has been overwhelming. for somebody. Something has been overwhelming. But some energies have been trying to put an end to somebody. And they've been trying to do it in a ruthless way. And if you think you're getting paid for something now, and somebody link you to something where somebody's been trying to put an end to somebody ruthlessly, yeah. So this is where something about your energy comes along every once in a blue moon. And so listening to this video and you're learning how to close out cycles in love, this is where somebody has to know how gifted and talented somebody is. Whoever you are, you're so gifted and talented, it's overwhelming for people. This is a gift. This is a gift. Something about you is so rare. You have an opportunity that's coming around once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. To free yourself from something. This is not the time for you to be confused. I mean, I don't know who you are. It is not the time for you to be confused. This is time for you to take yourself and move on from something. This is time for you to say, oh no, I ain't trying to get wrapped up in nothing. Let me take my behind on and move on. A psychic came in between you going to jail or you being detained or restricted, or something happened because somebody was still sitting there waiting for something. It's almost like somebody is just still in this I don't believe something until I see it energy, right? Even when somebody says something ruthless to you about a loved one, somebody is still sitting there in zombified mode. Like, okay, well, I'm getting paid. I'm just going to mind my business. Okay. You let somebody say something like that about my family. I don't care who they are. I may not have talked to them in 20 years. I'm like, okay, now who? And this a family member you talking about? I don't want, no. You feel a little bit too comfortable saying this. Like basically, somebody is like trying to get you angry and frustrated and keep you in a state of confusion. Whoever this energy is, just trying to get you in a state of confusion. And all they have to do is pay you some money. Not to say this is who you are, but I'm just saying this, I'm reading the cards here. And all this is safe to talk about somebody behind their back, make a disparaging comment behind somebody's back. So it's like it's time to close out cycles and learn how to recall all of your energy. All of it. All of it. Because something darn near gave you a nervous breakdown. To even have to say something disrespectful to somebody, you almost gave you a breakdown. So you cutting ties with some energies. You are cutting ties with some energies. You're learning how to take your power back when you walk out of a room. Because somebody feels like something is their way or the highway. You could be dealing with a Pisces and an Aries. Somebody feels like something is their way or the highway. You're now learning how to be a prayer warrior when it comes to money. An opportunity has come around once in a blue moon to get your behind up and out, physically out of somewhere. And work on yourself. This is what I'm talking about. Somebody was entangled in something they didn't even know. That somebody hate somebody. They can't close out cycles in love. They close out cycles in hate and loop you into something. And somebody just thought, okay, I'm getting paid. Just keep my mouth closed. I'm just gonna make enough money for something, and then I can move on. That's not how it works. When you're dealing with people who hate, you can work like a workhorse, and that's the source of time you need to work on yourself. Work on yourself. Somebody was using you like a pawn in a game. Whoever you are, using you as a pawn in a game. And again, for those people who think that I'm saying anything negative about Capricorn, I am not. I'm trying to protect your energy. Somebody was trying to end somebody and using you to do something, whoever you are. And so something came in between that. A prayer warrior came in between this. A prayer warrior, so you can start doing the work on yourself. Something comes around once in a blue moon. Some kind of opportunity came around once in a blue moon for you to work on yourself. So you need to get the message real clear. Get to find out what your moon sign is and pour into yourself like never before. I don't care if everybody around you is saying that you're selfish. You need to pour into yourself every single moment of the day until you get it. Get it clear. Because somebody was trying to send a message that you'll never forget. You think you were overwhelmed before, you would have completely zombified and checked out. So you don't have to go back to something. You don't have to go back to something. Learn how to save yourself. Learn how to save yourself. Pour into you every moment of the day. Learn how to close out cycles in love. When you're dealing with impulsive energies who close out cycles in hate, sources like that is not the way to go. You operating with energies who trying to end somebody. And y'all know what end means. Lights out, up to go to the upper room. Y'all better get away from these type of energies and stop being confused. For the moment somebody starts saying they hate people, that's when I exit the conversation. Because hate carries a whole lot of weight. That's some vengeance. You were dealing with a jealous ex. Okay? That to me, when I hear hate, sound like Cain and Abel. Somebody better get into it for real. You have the gift of claircognizance. This is psychic knowledge about people. If somebody just can pay you some money to turn your back on something and like you're letting go and letting God. Third eye chakra cleanse. Somebody better wake up. Check your request list again. Drink more water as a form of self-care. Pray and meditate. Trust your first mind. You have the gift of clairaudience. This is clear listening. That's right. You are who they prayed for. You have the gift of telepathy. This is a transference of thoughts, feelings, or ideas, whether they're intuitively, emotive, or super conscious. But don't give yourselves a headache for something. Drink water every day. But you're pulling something up at the root at this point. Somebody's like, okay, so he apologizes for betraying you. The new one is extra special. I'm telling y'all, every time the enemy wants to get to a Capricorn, the enemy uses lust. The enemy uses restrictions, like trying to restrict your money in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So that means the opportunity comes across that takes your money away from you. The enemy uses lust. So whatever your type is the enemy is going to bring that times 10. Right? Whether it's a man or woman, the enemy is going to bring that times 10. Basically, I'm going to take you up to this mountaintop. I'm going to offer you everything. And you're sitting there bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Oh my God, I can't even believe that I'm being offered all this stuff. It's just too good to be true. You need to run. You need to run. Because the enemy is always coming to collect. Always. Number 12, I'm a visionary. Creativity is a driving force for your life. Your imagination is rich and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. I keep trying to tell people, you and Aquarius are ruled by a karmic planet, Saturn, right? When you learn the power of Saturn, for real, when you learn the power of Saturn, like I said, the new one is extra special. You got money coming across your path, and it's a lot of it. But when you're around impulsive energies that like to rush, you will always think you're behind in terms of your money. I don't care what your age is. Everything happens in God's timing. Everything happens in God's timing. Page of Swords. You won't be waiting too much longer. Somebody won't be waiting too much longer. So you can just start thanking Source right now, for real. You can start thanking Source. Right? So something is going to happen in a matter of weeks for you. In a matter of weeks for you. So this is where you do something like read a book. This is where you do something like you pour into. If you like learning, read a book, you know, listen to your favorite music, because something is going to seem like it's just going by fast. Like, okay, oh wow, okay, something happened pretty fast. Pour into yourselves. This Queen of Cups here, because if somebody's coming across somebody who is genuinely compassionate towards you, genuinely compassionate towards you. So some people know that some energies have, you know, like I said, as far as money is concerned, some energies have already know that, have looked at your financial, probably look at your financial records or whatever the case may be. And whoever you are, source is saying you want the money that's going to come from source, not somebody who is sitting around with a blowtorch in your back rushing you. So don't give yourself a headache over something. But like I said, the new one is extra special. Whoever the new one is, that's what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next video. All right? Bye.